Man, I really need an idea for a ranking video this week. Toy Story videos get a lot of views on YouTube. Hello, welcome to Reviews You Can Use. Today I'm ranking all 4 of the Toy Story films. Note, on this list I am not ranking Lightyear, Toy Story of Terror, Toy Story That Time Forgot, the Toy Story Tunes, shorts, and the short Lamp Life. They will not be ranked in this video despite how good they are. Now, before we get into this ranking, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. It will help support the channel and it will grow the algorithm for more people to see my work. While you're doing that, you can make sure to hit that notify so you never miss a Reviews You Can Use upload. Finally, you can follow my socials. I'm trying to grow this platform plus my other channel platforms, the other 2, past just YouTube. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, X, and Etsy where I sell channel merch, so please consider buying something if you're a fan. I'm going to link my other 2 channels in the description as well. If you want, give me a follow. If not, that is totally fine. Also, if you want an easier way of going there, you can just go to my channel, go to the About section, and then you will find the links there. So now, let's get started. But before that, let's go over some ground rules before I rank these movies. All these films are great, parts of my childhood that I grew up with. Well, the 4th one came out when I was in 4th grade, so I thought it was alright. That's another thing. Even though it is ranked from worst to best, I think all these films deserve an Emmy or award. I mean, Toy Story 4 won the animation Oscars instead of Klaus and How to Train Your Dragon 3. Yeah, that sparked a lot of questions and hate. With all that being said, let's get into the ranking. Number 4. In last place at number 4, Toy Story 4. Now, when this film was announced, many people, including myself, thought the series didn't need another film. I mean, the shorts and 2 holiday specials were okay, but they decided to make a sequel. I think they announced the 4th installment way back in 2017. But production was kept quiet up until 2019 when they revealed the trailer, and already at day 1, many people thought Woody was going to leave, and when the film came out, all those people, including me, were right. And we didn't like that. That's the thing I want to point out there. I know many of you will be on both sides of this argument, but I hate that Woody's loyalty, and it's freaking bottomless, goes from being there for Andy and Bonnie in the previous films, even the shorts and specials, to being loyal to only himself in the 4th one. Now, you may make the argument of how he wasn't getting played with anymore, and he served his purpose, and he was getting stepped on by Bonnie's father, but no, that's not the case in this. I just think that they just changed the script, and I didn't like that. I feel like they changed most of the characters, especially Buzz, who somehow got stupid for some reason. He depends on his inner voice, his voice box. You're a toy, Buzz. You don't need that. He's supposed to be the reasonable one, and most of the Toy Story gang isn't a camper the whole time. I will admit the animation is beautiful. I can see why it won the Oscars, but for story-wise, it was just a cash grab or another cash cow. By the way, when I actually went to see this in the theaters in 2019, I was hoping Woody would not leave, but when he did, I felt sad. I know it's just a movie, but when you watch someone from when you were little on television and see them go away, it's hard. Many people in the theater who saw the 3 films when they were kids were crying. They even cried when they mentioned Andy. Forky, he's fine, but I thought he wasn't really needed. I thought he was just there for that teaser joke to promote the 4th movie, but he was in the 4th movie. I thought it was mid. I thought it was eh. I mean, Woody had the right idea for calling him out for liking trash. I think this film wasn't needed, and they are already setting up a 5th one for 2026. Don't worry, I will be seeing it when it comes out. So this film deserves a 5 out of 10. Lack of story, but good animation, I will admit. Alright, number 3. Toy Story 2. This is the DVD edition, but I'm not taking it out because I don't want to feel like opening the disc. Feels like a waste of my time. Many of you would say this wouldn't be number 3. Well, in my opinion, I think it should be here. I love the idea of Woody's character being a collector's item and adding something new to the series at the time. The gang going to save Woody is hilarious. Even going into Al's toy barn, that was so funny. Especially when Buzz is replaced by the new Buzz. Yes, that's actually what it's called. If you're wondering if the Buzz had a name, it's New Buzz. Don't believe me? Well, you can go buy the character encyclopedia for Pixar, and it's called New Buzz. So there you go. All because he wanted a utility belt. Who is he, Batman? I know that joke probably won't land, but yeah, who is he, Batman? He was just like, whoo, I could use one of those. And he decided to go get it. And he mocked himself too. The introduction of Jesse and Bullseye were great. The song When Somebody Loved Me hits you every time. My sister still gets hit every time by that song to this day because she has like a Jessie doll and she loves it and she used to love it and it's just still gets hit to this day because it's a good film. It's a good film. I like that they picked Kelsey Grammer, aka Frasier, or if you watch the X-Men, Beast, to play Stinky Pete. I think that was a good casting choice, and I do think that Stinky Pete needs some therapy after spending his lifetime on a dime store shelf watching every other toy be sold, except him. So he could go to Frasier's radio show and talk about his feelings and stuff. But I don't know how we would do on that. Imagine that being a crossover. But this film was a great sequel for Toy Story, and it's the first sequel Pixar made. So this film is a classic, but I still think Toy Story 3 beats it in quality. Speaking of Toy Story 3, number 2, Toy Story 3. Yeah, good cover. I know this isn't a DVD edition, but yeah, this is what I could find. Deal with it. The true ending to the Toy Story franchise. Seriously, it is. This one has the most creative writing out of all the Toy Story films. For starters, the main villain of this movie is a teddy bear. The most lovable toy to a child is a bad guy, even though his backstory is sad. And I like that too, because Pixar does a good job with villain backstories, so that way you can have like a little sympathize with the character. There's actually one of the animators that used to animate for Disney said he wanted to create characters that the people felt about. They wanted them to sympathize. And Pixar's animators actually were good friends with a lot of the 9 Old Men Disney animators. And one of them, I forget his name, I'm sorry, said that he wanted to create characters that people would feel about. And that's what they did. And that's awesome. So that's cool. The place Sunnyside Daycare is evil. A daycare that looks nice and has a good name is the place of evil. Again, great writing by Pixar. This film also feels like a goodbye with Andy going off to college. He represents us by saying goodbye to our childhood and moving to the next stage in our lives and even adulthood. I love how he plays with them one last time, which makes you happy for the toys since that's what they wanted. The garbage dump scenes were full of action. I remember being little and just being scared for the toys, wondering when is it going to end. The furnace scene where they hold hands also makes you cry. It's just a great scene. I mean, of course, they are saved in the end because it's a kids movie and it's rated G, but Pixar's not afraid to go that route. I'm saying that. They're not afraid to do that. But it shows how much the toys are family. So there's a reason why this movie is my second favorite Toy Story film. My dad says that this is his favorite, and I can see why. But for me, there's another Toy Story film that is my favorite. Want to guess what it is? Simple. Number 1, the original Toy Story. My second DVD edition. Again, I'm not taking it out, but this is what it looks like. All right. This one had to be number 1. This one started it all for Pixar, and it was the first ever computer animated movie. Steve Jobs, I'm just saying this right now, Steve Jobs, creator, founder of Apple, he helped Pixar make it what it is today. He took over Pixar, and he changed animation forever. And yes, John Lasseter, who also worked for Disney, and sadly has been fired, he helped too, and Pete Docter, and all those people. They did not know they were going to be big off of this, and they changed the animation forever. This movie was an awesome film for its time, and it became a movie for many little kids in the 90s. I mean, it came out in the 90s, man, 95. The second one, 99. The third one came out in 2010, and then the fourth one came out in 2019. This franchise has been in many decades. This film made me love Pixar as a whole. The film had the good premise of making these two toys who can't stand each other becoming best friends, which actually is interesting because cowboys were the popular thing, and when the astronauts went up, space was the new best thing. That's cool, and this film has been Pixar's number 1 film to this day. Also, yes, they bring this up in Toy Story 2. There is not a lot I could say about this classic. It's my childhood movie. And when I say there's not a lot I could say, it's a good thing because I love this movie. I've seen this like 100,000 times. I'm not even joking. It's your childhood movie. It's my childhood movie. That's it for Toy Story 1. There's a lot I could say about this. There's even like one adult joke in there. I'm surprised they got away with that. Everything is good about it. In the end, all of these films, Toy Story, Toy Story 3, and Toy Story 2, even the fourth one, are great movies. Hopefully you all agree. Let's hope they don't screw up the next Toy Story film. Please. That is all for today on Reviews You Can Use. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons. If you know anyone who loves the Toy Story films, then you should show them this video. And you should show them my channel. It helps out and grows the algorithm. So please give this video a like and share this with your friends. See you next time on Reviews You Can Use. Bye.